For this video, we will be going over my top 6 climbing superheroes of the DC and Marvel universe. Since climbing is a pretty vague and interchangeable term, my list will not be including superheroes that can parkour, superheroes that can fly, superheroes that can teleport, superheroes that can run on walls, or superheroes that can jump. Ladders, grappling hooks, and other gadgets also do not count. First up, we have the Beast from X-Men. Not only is he a savage when it comes to fighting, he occasionally uses his parkour and climbing ability to gain the upper hand in combat. The Beast is definitely stronger and more agile than your typical human counterpart. His grip strength is always displayed in a fight, clinging onto objects to fully utilize his abilities. His feet basically have the same dexterity and coordination as his hands, and he will occasionally backpedal on his hands if needed. This ability to switch from a bipedal manner to a quadrupedal manner gives him an edge when it comes to fighting multiple enemies. Here, the Beast displays an outstanding ability to catch the jet fighter with his bare feet. The Beast is basically an ape, and we all know that apes are great climbers. Next up, we have the Arrow from the DC universe.
You have failed this city!
This hero is usually seen in a green hooded outfit and is known for his vigilante acts of heroism, using brutal tactics if needed. He is constantly training his body to the peak of human capabilities, and his inherited wealth has allowed him to dedicate most of his time to training or taking out criminals. His combat experience is top-notch, and he can utilize a variety of hand-wielded weapons and projectile weapons. He is especially known for his expertise in shooting arrows with extreme precision. He is also a master of parkour and uses it to his advantage when it comes to combat. Even though parkour and climbing may be used interchangeably, in my channel, parkour does not always cross a certain threshold when it comes to climbing ability. However, the Arrow consistently shows that he can descend, traverse, and ascend obstacles, which was key in determining his climbing ability. Here, we see a perfect example of the Arrow climbing in an urban environment. At number 3 is none other than the Amazing Spider-Man. Not only is Spider-Man super strong and is able to carry several times his own weight, but he also has amazing reflexes due to his spidey senses that allows him to adapt to extreme, hostile situations. This allows him to adapt and dodge nearly any sticky situation when it comes to a fight. It's basically a sixth sense because it's more than just dodging and having fast reflexes. His spidey senses allow him to sense his whole environment, even attacks that come from behind. He can also sense when someone else is in danger too. Now we all know that Spider-Man can stick to walls, using either his hands or feet accordingly. In addition, Spider-Man also has amazing jumping abilities. And let's not forget to include his own ingenious design of creating his very own web shooters, which not only allows him to shoot webs and manipulate objects, but he can also swing from them at will. And some of you rock climbers may be thinking, well, Yeah, he's strong, he can jump, he can swing from webs and stick to walls, but that's not exactly climbing. True, he's a beta breaker for sure, but this is not the only reason he can climb. His finger strength alone, separate from his ability to stick to surfaces, is also visible. As we know, having muscles or strength isn't a clear indicator that they can climb well or even at all. Grip strength and finger strength are basically another category in itself. But as we can see here, Spider-Man even bounces on 2 fingers, which makes it evident that he has finger strength and can use it when it's convenient. Here we see another example. If you thought holding onto the webs was easy for his adhesive fingertips, look at this scene closely. You can tell that he is pulling on the webs, not only by his facial expression, but you can actually see his costume begin to tear because of his active use of muscle pulling. This means that his grip strength was engaged as he was trying to slow down the train from falling.
We're slowing down.
If you have ever played tug of war, you would know how much grip strength is needed to pull the rope, and how fatigued your hands will be afterwards. The skinnier the rope, the harder it is to pull. This is in comparison with a rope in Spider-Man's webs. Here, we see a lion winning against this very muscular man. Now imagine the grip strength Spider-Man needed to stop a moving train by pulling on his spider webs. That kind of grip strength could crush your bones, if he wanted to. All of Spider-Man's abilities pretty much guarantees that he can climb anything. Coming into number 4 is the Black Panther. The Black Panther received his power from consuming the heart-shaped herb, which basically gives him enhanced superhuman abilities. His fighting ability is among the best, and he can use his retractable claws of vibranium to shred anything it comes into contact with. Not only are his claws made of vibranium, but his suit is composed of this indestructible material. In addition, Black Panther's suit can also store up kinetic energy, allowing it to be displayed in bursts of supercharged power. His superhuman strength, speed, and agility are among the very particular traits that craft his depiction of the beautiful yet deadly Black Panther that we see in the animal kingdom. As we can see here, the Black Panther often uses his panther-like instinct to engage in dynamic environments, and will utilize his vibranium claws to pierce objects and enhance his climbing ability. At number 5, we have the Wolverine. The Wolverine's bone structure is infused with the most durable alloy in the Marvel Universe, even stronger than the vibranium suit that the Black Panther wears. With his mutant ability to retract claws from the gaps of his knuckles, the Wolverine can be quite a vicious and intimidating fighter. Especially given the fact that he can regenerate from nearly any damage taken, the Wolverine is not someone you would want to face in battle. What he lacks in fighting ability, he makes for it in perseverance. His keen sense of smell may also warn him of danger, and can also help him track his enemies. Just like the Black Panther can dig his claws into surfaces to climb, the Wolverine can also achieve this, as displayed in the movie X-Men Origins. Last but not least, we have Mr. Fantastic. This superhero can stretch and distort his body in all sorts of ways. He can sling his body or other objects while engaging enemies, stretch in super flexible positions, and can even distort his face. Mr. Fantastic can pretty much take advantage of any of the properties of rubber, which includes rolling, bouncing, expanding, stretching, reforming, or deforming. This ability to deform and stretch is what would enable him to be a great climber. This would allow him to grab and crimp small edges, while also being able to reach heights by stretching his arms, legs, and body. In the rock climbing world, this is what we call tall beta. That's it for my top 6 superheroes. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you can see my top 5 climbing supervillains. See you in the next video.